I've never had a Philips Hue HDMI sync box. I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice the 3 required goats to Satan. You see, Philips Hue is the actual devil. They do things like remove support for perfectly good working hubs, so that they can plop out the exact same product for you to buy a second time. The point is, I'm always on the lookout for alternatives to the HDMI sync box, and about a year ago, Yeelight released this absolutely magical light bar that sits atop your monitor and mimics what's on your screen without the use of a camera. I love this thing. I still use it to this day, but they're now trying to take things a fairly gigantic leap further, not just with the hardware, although that is dreadfully sexy. Ooh, I hadn't spotted that, look at that. But more importantly, with the software. Let's look at this is, look, watch. The light that just lights up instantly, it is so fast. I think this game might be a bit easy, literally playing it with one hand. You're a wanker, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wanker. And a thumping good one, I'd wager. So cool. If you've seen me before, you might be waiting for my head to explode. Well, a few weeks ago, I made a video which I said, I'm kind of short on time, so I apologise in advance if there's a repetition of jokes, and someone in the comments said, Paul, I think your videos are great, but this one I found a bit irritating. New jokes, please, and new characters as well. Keep up the good work. Nothing passive-aggressive about that at all. I'll show him a new joke. Thanks to Yeelight for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their Yeelight Beam. This is a pair of light bars that not only illuminate the wall behind your monitor to reflect what's happening on your screen, but also they give an ambient glow both on the front of the bars through a diffuser and also down onto your desk through its stand. They are Matter enabled, so they work with all your favourite voice assistants, from Amazon Alexa to Google Home to Apple HomeKit, Home Assistant, with all the usual functionality of being able to turn them on and off and set solid colours and brightness. You'll note that I just said the word Home Assistant without immediately viciously humping the air like a bearded Home Assistant fanboy. See? I want to repeat the same jokes, would I? Ahem. Home Assistant! Tell me what to do. This isn't the exciting news. What's exciting is Yeelight have quietly released Yeelight Station for the PC, and this is software that adds 100% accuracy to the colour reproduction of your lights by allowing you to choose the location of the lights and how much of your screen will affect them. If you've used Razer Chroma before, then you'll know that this is already possible, with software pulled directly out of Satan's bumhole. Seriously. Hate Razer Chroma. On top of this, the light bars also have a finger paint mode where you can paint both the front and the back of the lights, which is very cool for the kids. And I can't get myself into any real trouble here, can I? Because I can't draw things in the lights because it's not the right shape. I won't mention what I draw in my spare time. It upsets people in the comments. Willies. Willies, willies, willies. What are you going to do about it? Last week, 56% of the people that watched my video weren't subscribed. Interesting statistic. Why not? If you could do me a huge favour and hit that subscribe button and ding the bell and give the video a thumbs up, honestly, it's what tells YouTube, push that guy to other people. You'd be doing me a huge favour. On with the show. With Yeelight's Station software, you literally just line up the bits of the screen that you want to reproduce the colour from, and then tell it which lights should reproduce that colour. You can do this with their cubes as well as their new tall standing lights. And probably most excitingly for me, you can also do it with a screen bar that I reviewed a year ago, just simply by adding it to the Yeelight app, and then having the Yeelight Station software detect that too. This means YouTube videos, Netflix, and anything else you're watching will give you that same immersive experience. And it's something I've been waiting for ever since Govee released their camera-based systems. I've always wanted something that is properly software-based, that isn't hasn't been in Satan's bumhole. There is, however, a pretty huge elephant in the room, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Just like the Yeelight cubes that I reviewed recently, this thing has a whole bunch of animations to light up your desk for general use. And as decorative lights go, these are some of my favourite animations, and can be synced to the cubes directly too. Music mode can also be synchronized across all of the Yeelight Station-based products, which means that you can have a disco in your house. Alright if I do my usual joke, or maybe get accused of doing the same jokes every week. Nobody cares what you think, f off! I've missed you, Mr. Saki. You can press a little button on the back and it will put it into disco mode automatically, or you can use the app to do the same thing, and either way, it looks like this. Disco. The button on the front turns it on and off if you hold it for a few seconds, changes lighting presets with a single click, and your favourite lighting presets can be stored directly to that button by using the app to set which of your favourites you want storing to the button. And then there is the screen sync technology, which I did a bit of research on, and their official advert isn't terrifying at all.
Double kill, triple kill, quadra kill, pentakill.
That lady's lust for death is only equally as ridiculous as that kid's ability to strap an LED strip to his monitor. But I digress. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's bigger than that. A bit bigger. The game sync stuff doesn't work. As of time of filming, the game sync technology doesn't work properly. And considering... Wrong! What was he doing as well? Looking at some sort of script or something? So, the basic fact of the matter is, whilst I've been editing this video, they have fixed it. And it is unbelievably good. It reacts lightning quick, and the colour saturation is just perfect for every piece of this. And this is now one of those devices that I'm like, this is a must-have if you have any kind of a gaming setup. It looks glorious. In case I wasn't clear earlier, there are two ways of achieving this effect of having the colours of the lights react to what is on the screen. The first is Razer Chroma, and it's been around for absolutely years. The problem is, you're a wanker, Harry. It sucks. It seems to do what you would expect it to do when, like, you hit a button and make a flash happen, but the rest of the time the colours aren't mimicking the background at all, which is kind of weird, and I don't know why. I'm going to speak to Yeelight about this, but I suspect it's a Razer Chroma problem. The Yeelight Station software is all you will ever need. The Yeelight Station software mimics exactly what is on the screen using something within the Yeelight Station software called Colorplay. And Colorplay mimics exactly what's on the screen all the way around, and you can actually choose which areas to highlight. It's honestly all you'll ever need, and it's brilliant. So aside from the pre-release issues that I was facing, which have since been resolved, there are only two things worth considering. The first one is that my old light bar from Yeelight doesn't work in the Yeelight Station app. You can't add it to that. And that's a shame because it means that you're going to have two apps to control things like color and whatever. But the good news is that if you use the old Yeelight bar, you can use it in its old software and still have it discovered on the PC under the same software as the Yeelight Station stuff, which means that you can actually link all of these things together still, which is the important factor. And secondly, despite the fact the industry banged on and on about how Matter was going to change the smart home industry, the whole thing about it being local is nonsense. It's complete fantasy bollocks. Because this thing, as soon as I disconnect the internet from my router, the router is still alive and has Wi-Fi and stuff. This product stops working. In my opinion, it shouldn't. I thought Matter was supposed to resolve all this. I've asked Yeelight for a statement on this, what they make of it, and I'm going to update the description again once I've had a response on that. That's it. I can't recommend these light bars enough. If you use them in conjunction with the screen bar that I reviewed a year ago, it really is an incredibly immersive experience for gaming, and you can actually decide whether you want the front lights and the back lights to operate independently. So you don't have to have the lights full on in your face, you can just have them casting onto the wall and maybe have a nice ambient glow coming out the front instead. Also, they are giving you a fairly big chunk off. There's a huge discount just by using my code, and again, that'll be in the description too. This will give you, how many freedom units? This brings the price down to 104 freedom units. Just checking my notes. I don't understand dollars. So many cups of tea. As usual, links in the description to everything I've featured in today's video. In the meantime, these incredible people are the only reason I am here. They're my patrons from Patreon, and without them, I'd be working in a call center. If you want to be one of those incredible people, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I'll genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my X's and my Instagrams and my TikToks too. Come and hang out there, I can be best friends. See you next time. And can be synced to the cubes I reviewed previously. Tuesday. What? I missed you, Mr. Socky. I know, I've missed you too.